Hello, welcome to Production Grade. I am Chelsea Dover, a senior engineer and tech lead.
And I'm Stephanie Dover. I'm a senior software engineer with about 10 years of experience.
And today we are continuing our tutorial that the lovely Stephanie has been giving. So, Stephanie, do you want to give a brief overview of what we've gone over already?
Okay, so if you want a full walkthrough of the chunking, embedding, vector DB, and the LLM provider setup, we do have that in our previous recording, our previous episode. So if you want to get into the details about that, go watch our previous episode. What we're going to do today is do the offline indexing flow and the online query flow. Again, this is for an incident review RAG tutorial. So this is a full RAG system, which means that we are importing context, which is in the form of incident review documents. We are chunking it. We're putting it in a vector DB. We're going to feed that. We're going to do a search through the vector DB for things that are related to the query that the end user is going to make. And then we are going to feed it into the LLM for it to provide a feedback to the end user with context. There are actually other ways of doing this. For example, you don't really have to chunk the documents. In our use case, actually, if we just have like 3 incident reviews, we don't have like thousands of incident reviews. We could literally just like grab things that are relevant to the user, feed it to the LLM and tell it to answer questions, which a lot of people do that. But if you have like a lot more context than that, then you would chunk it, vectorize it, make it easy to search for related context, feed it to the LLM, and then spit the answer out to the end user who made a query to your agent. So in our previous episode, we showed you chunking, embedding, LLM, the LLM provider, the vector DB, or the vectorizing it, and then the indexing flow. What we have left today is just to show the query. Basically, it looks very similar to what you've seen before with Metaflow, where it has the steps. It's showing you to go to the next step. It has Metaflow again has like a UI with cards. It can show you, it can pass on context to the next step. So and then the query flow, we're seeing the same parameters that we've seen before. And then additionally the query, of course, that you would type into the agent. Let's see. So we are setting the query to the embedder, and then we're retrieving the chunks here that are related to the query. We're creating the query embedding here. And then we are actually querying it. So that's where you'll see the user query is here. And then we are sending it to the DB query. We're saying get the top 5 as the default results. And then this where filter is severity. Retrieve chunks, results. Okay, so we're getting the chunks, and then we are printing out the results here, just, for information. Then generating the answer, which you can see that we have the chunks, we're getting information about it, and then we're saying this is the actual prompt. You have to tell the LLM what it is. So you are an expert at analyzing incident reviews. Use the following context for incident review documents to answer the question. If the answer is not in the context, say so. So this is basically just saying that this is the format. There's the context, there's the question, and then the answer. Actually, there's not really. Normally, like you might want to say something that's like the answer has to look like exactly this or whatever, but we don't really say that here. So then this is just helpful output so that you can see what happened when you ran this. But yeah, so it actually requests the Olama model. It actually does the post request to that. Okay, so we uncommented the API call to the LLM, and then also switched it from OpenAI to Olama. Um, and then this is the query. Okay. And then we do see that it says Redis cluster failover during maintenance, even though it didn't really dig deep enough to find the real root cause, which is why we normally do like 5 whys and stuff. Um, but it did answer the question based on the context that it was provided. And that is the end of the tutorial. Do you have any questions or?
I guess, how have you used this, like personally or professionally? Have you built anything like this on like a larger or smaller scale? I guess not
So,
smaller, but like, have you used this in the actual application?
I haven't used Metaflow as an actual application. I wouldn't use Olama because that's more for like playing around with stuff. Well, I wouldn't use like I have like this local Olama stuff that is just for playing around, so I wouldn't use that. I've used usually Anthropic or OpenAI, normally Anthropic though, honestly. Um, and I have done larger scale RAG systems. Then I've all like that are like extremely like multi-part large scale. And then I've also done medium scale systems that are not exactly this, but more just like here is a document. I'm going to feed the entire document to an LLM. Tell
Mhm.
me about this. Or like, let me ask questions and answer questions about this. So not this exact setup. I haven't used like this exactly in production. So this is definitely more of like a tutorial grade setup for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess that is the end of the tutorial. If you guys have any questions or feedback, let me know. I will stop sharing my screen and then we will move on to new topics. Where's my stop share? You've done prompt engineering, right? So like I feel like maybe you have also created some things that are like agents. What did you if you can share any information about that, I'm not sure how much you're allowed to talk about since it's your company.
I mean, I don't know, not really. I mean, we have internal agents, but let me think. Yeah, we have internal agents, but as a front end engineer, I don't really mess with them past like prompt engineering. Yeah.
Can you give me an example of what that looks like, or like something that's maybe not exactly what you made, but like a comparison?
Um, uh,
I've seen some that are like basically you have like the tools, right? Like AI agents, they have tools that are basically like preloaded context. Like you say, get this information, it eventually like it calls an API endpoint, and then it has like it preloads context that you know that you might need in your agents, and then you feed that into the agent, or you tell the agent how to use it. It doesn't always actually even call it, but
yeah, that's essentially how I've used it. So like we have tools that have different context based on like different things on our platform. So it might be specific tools for specific kind of content, or different, just like different applications and different information that we may have in our products or from our product. And so from that, we have different applications. So for the main one that I was working on, or I have worked on, it is working with like user feedback, like a chat bot. And so
Mhm.
um we would I would be prompting, building out the agent to call specific tools specific times. So for example, oh, it's not released yet. That's the only thing. I'm
Yeah,
not
I know.
sure.
Yeah. So I think like I guess if you thought of like this the RAG system that we use, like the incident review. system that we created. It could be like you have an API endpoint that pulls the most recent incident that team whatever had. Um, and so you would preload a tool that says like most recent incident for a team. And you might give it like the team ID, this context. And then you would have a prompt that says use this tool to answer this question. And then you might like give it a specific template for answering the question.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Something like that. Or if the yeah, or like updating specific data, running tools to update specific data based
Mhm.
on information that the user provides.
Provide.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's like parsing something
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then updating the data based off of whatever it was. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So both flows, retrieving data based on context and also setting data based on context.
Mhm. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
We have like a couple of applications that we're using AI and they're very exciting and yeah, and I'm very excited to see where they go. I'm having like a lot of personal growth with using AI and using our content to also better myself. So like
Oh, nice.
we're doing
Yeah.
a lot of live events right now.
This is with O'Reilly, by the way.
Yes, O'Reilly Media. Yeah, we're doing especially a lot of live events. And it's interesting just to hear and learn. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. What's a live event? Is that just like live stream?
Yeah, yeah. Think of it, yeah, like a live stream. Sometimes they're tutorials, sometimes it's like a panel. Tim O'Reilly was doing a series. I'm not sure if he's still doing it. I think it's kind of over. But he was doing a series of panels with people in the like AI sphere where they would just chat about different things. I know he had someone who was attached to the NotebookLM product. And that was interesting. I think that's like a very cool tool. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about that tool, but I used to use it every once in a while. But yeah, I like how it like makes a little podcast for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like it for I use that for more personal use than professional use, but I
Yeah.
just love like having like for example, I used it a few times for like I did it once for a murder mystery because then I could just like put in all the documentation for that because I bought like a kit. I was like just put it in and then it's like really helped me hold my hand.
Nice. Did you have it create a podcast out of the murder mystery?
I didn't, but I should have.
That would be really interesting. Be
Yeah.
like, and they tied her to the tree, and that's where they found the dead body. Basing that off of a murder mystery that Chelsea also hosted. But
Mhm.
yeah.
But, yeah, maybe I should spin that back up, that one. See what they put out. It's so funny because they're so pleasant too. I bet they would just be like, "Oh, that's so interesting."
That's
Yeah, because
so interesting. Like, and who did it again? And
yeah,
why? I still think your character was guilty. It's like,
I how dare you?
the wig. Okay, let's see. So I guess we got a little off. Okay, so we talked about prompts. We talked about some more simpler agents. What else should we cover today? Yeah.
So you may have noticed that there's been a little bit of break between recordings. Why is that?
Yes. So mysterious. That is because of our sister's wedding. We already told you guys she was getting married in India.
I know you've all been waiting on the edge of your seats to hear about our sister's wedding.
I know they have because she had an Indian wedding, which means it was gorgeous and there are a lot of ceremonies. So
Yeah, it was gorgeous. So many ceremonies. I think, how long was the main, like, was the wedding ceremony? I want to say that was like 8 hours.
I feel like it probably was. And I love that, like, they did actually look fresh and happy the whole time that they took like an hour of people just like taking photos with them. And like the whole wedding, honestly, they looked both. I was so impressed with how relaxed and fresh and happy they looked the whole time. 'Cause I would be very peopled out. But somebody got a photo of them with their faces looking like they were tired and like done with the photo taking with everybody part of it.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like they probably looked like that for like a second, but I think it was hilarious because it captured more how we felt,
Yeah.
how they should feel.
Like the 1 second between photos where they're like,
Yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful ceremony. It was really wonderful to be in Hyderabad. Um, but yeah, it was nice, meeting my sisters-in-laws, extended family. Yeah, it was fun. And then we went to Thailand after. I don't know.
fun too.
Well, I mean, we decided like we were going to go to Bali and then we were worried about monsoon. And so we had these like different ideas like, okay, maybe we'll stay in India. Maybe we will go to Bali anyway. Maybe we'll go to Philippines or Thailand. And then we decided to pull out of a hat a couple days before going.
And we did it. It was Thailand. I do feel kind of bad because I do feel like I kept manifesting things through the whole trip. Like,
Like what? Did you manifest the lunar eclipse, Chelsea?
I did. No,
Okay.
it's like, so I really wanted Ian to get it wrong for the wedding. And then the shirt, it's a
Oh, the shirt.
traditional like
Oh.
Filipino like
Yeah.
formal shirt.
Mhm.
And I bought one, but it was going to come a day late. And then Deepak, who is like he's family, he's like I think he's technically Audie's cousin, but basically brother. He got delayed a day, and that meant that he was able to pick up the shirt. And then I did want to actually go to,
Worked out.
I know, I like literally manifested it. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I needed the shirt.
Perfect.
And then I didn't mean, like, I did actually want to go to Bali, but I was looking at the weather before and I was like, girls, I don't know about this. Like, it's gonna rain. And everyone was like, no, trust, it's not gonna
I
rain.
was I was down for winging it, but I was also kind of like, it might not work out.
Yeah. And then it flooded. So I don't know.
It's not gonna rain, and then it floods.
And in my head, it's like,
Trust you.
I knew it. And I think I accidentally manifested it because I wanted to be right.
Oh, well, you were extremely right. So congratulations. My favorite thing that manifested was the lunar eclipse.
That was amazing.
It was really cool that like we ended up being in Thailand. It was one of their holidays, religious hol their it was a Buddhist religious holiday, but all of Thailand celebrates it. And it was a lunar eclipse. that was really cool.
Yeah, it was, what is it? It was like a red moon solar
Mhm.
eclipse festival.
Yes.
Like it was amazing. And
Yeah, and so we went to this like beautiful temple, saw lots of stray cats. I can't believe you didn't bring up the stray cats. Yeah.
I have so many photos. They're all so sweet, so lovely.
Can we share the photo of your face?
Yes. Wait, the my photo of mine?
The one where you're like, yes. Thanks. That's hilarious. I will put it in the center of all the cats.
Yeah, I don't have the picture. You're gonna have to get that from Katie or Audie.
No, I have the photo. I think I screenshotted it off of something because I thought it was hilarious. I had that photo, girl, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we could put it in the middle, I guess. I give
Thank
you permission.
you. Yeah, so okay, and then so tools. Leave you with something technical.
Yeah.
Um, so I created Klausify. You might have seen me share that on LinkedIn already. I really need to like figure out where else to share things in the open source community because I always feel like I should share cool tools that I make, and I feel like I've failed people if nobody ends up actually knowing about them. Um, which is like, I don't know, I like the tool, like I use it to help me bootstrap new prod repos with Claude Code stuff. So it does the static analysis of your repo that Conventions does, the other tool that I made. And it does the Claude init, which creates the Claude MD, and it updates the Claude MD with the conventions information, and it creates a PR review that also includes things specific about your repo, include in addition to just like a template of PR review stuff that I've used and found very helpful. This is something that's like pre-check, so like if you finish your code and you want to commit it up for your final review or whatever, just like run the PR review a couple times and fix the issues. Um, it also has something to help you with like debugging. If you, it'll create a PR template, or if you already have one, it will also use that PR template for you. Once you're ready to create a PR, it'll create the description for you. Um, it has a command for like fixing lint issues and stuff, like your lint and rough, like whatever you're using for your repo. So yeah, it just kind of creates all that stuff. It works as CLI, it works as NCP, and it works as a plugin. So whatever is your preference, you can do that.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Check that out. Check out. Um, my wait, what do we call the band?
Tech tip.
My tech tip. Uh, not so much a tip, it's a tool.
Tool. Yeah, I think it's tech tools, I think. Yeah.
My tech tool is the Datadog MCP server.
Oh,
Um, super
nice.
nice, allows you to get insights, very relevant to this week's podcast with the incident report, because
Mm.
um the Datadog MCP server, it allows you to get insights directly from I use Claude Code, which, by the way, I'm officially full on Claude Code. I got that key. I'm
Oh,
rolling in Claude.
nice.
But yeah, I use it in Claude Code. It's super helpful. Allows you to dig into, any kind of like incident reports or any kind of like Datadog contexts and features and tools. So anything that you would do, like instead of clickety clicky, like I don't know about you, but I feel like in Datadog, I don't like I'm not in it every day. I'm in it like maybe like I don't know week. Like I'm in it infrequently enough that
Mhm.
I have to like remind myself how to do things, which
Mm.
isn't saying much because I have a very bad memory. But but like I feel like a lot of times I'm like just like spending a lot of time clicking through stuff.
Mm.
And so the MCP, like I don't know, I
Oh,
prefer to type stuff than to click stuff. So
yeah.
I
No, I agree. It's just so nice when you don't have to look at something like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I have. I didn't build it, so
What you can do though is you can make a command that, like, if you run the same query every time, which I don't know what it looks like for you, but if you're just always like, tell me what the current latency is or something, you can just do, you could create a command that's just, so if you do dot Claude, so if you're in your repo, you have like a dot Claude and you have commands by folder under that, and then you have your commands inside of that. So you could have like latency.md or whatever, where you basically just write a prompt that uses that MCP server and gets you the information you want. But basically, instead of having to type out every time what you want, if it's always the same thing, you can just do slash latency or something.
yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of I don't know, very helpful commands and scripts that you can do. I have one for auditing. So I have a couple of skills. I know I've said this a ton. I'm a front-end engineer, so I'm in React, so my commands are probably like much different from yours, but I have like some that I have for auditing specific things. So like performance, accessibility,
Nice.
just like general best practices.
That's so cool. Did you write the accessibility one?
I stole it.
Oh, okay, okay. I would definitely believe that you would write something like that. So, yeah.
No, I was going to, but then as I was like doing research, I found that someone already had one that like basically had what I wanted. Uh,
Mm.
and it just goes off of the WAG guidelines and um it's like totally language agnostic. So I instead of reinventing the wheel, I just grabbed what they had and yeah, and then I'm like it's been pretty good so far, so I haven't really had to edit it too much, but yeah, but like obviously since it's just local, I can edit it as I see fit. But yeah.
Make it your own thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um, yeah. I guess that's it, huh?
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Let us know what you think about the tutorial, the tools, the photos we're going to share with you. Please comment about the photos. Uh,
Yeah.
um, yeah. All right. Do you want to just add a sign off?
Yeah. Like she said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Let us know if any of this was, nice, anything that you want to see more of, or any recommendations for anything you want to see in the future, any changes. Let us know because we're ever evolving. So yeah.
Yeah, let us know if this needs more cats. Good
Yes.
question. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Bye.